the official #1 episode.
I guess that's what this is. Let's give it a shot. How was your week, bud?
Well, it was quite busy, and really just gonna have to suck people in here.
So the world's
I
going
don't
to shit, but it's fucking funny, man. There's a lot.
What was
of
funny is
hilarious
this
shit happening.
man. Where's what kind of accent is this
Man.
man?
I don't know. It just came
Man?
out. It's not a problem.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing to
No,
be
it's not
upset
a
about.
problem.
See, no one knows where you're from.
No one
You're
knows
just
where
a
you're
gray
from.
or just a black, and no one knows.
Black and gray. Black
That's
and gray,
it.
as they say.
Yes,
No,
indeed.
so after the U.S. blew up Russia's pipeline and blamed it on Putin,
Yeah.
do you think like everyday Europeans believe that, or?
Dude, I have never seen the Swedish, who are like pretty much as neutral as the Swiss, be like, yeah, we went down there, but we can't fucking tell you what what we found. Did you see this?
Yeah, dude, they found the Loch Ness Monster. There's only 3 options. They found another Jeffrey Epstein private island.
Oh my god.
They blew up the pipeline.
You think the Swedish blew up the pipeline?
I mean, would you consider it the Swedish if the US or NATO or whatever has military operations in Sweden, conducted in Sweden? Are the Swedish involved? Probably. Who knows?
No, man. The Swedish, like, if I'm not mistaken, like, they were neutral, like, even in like World War II. Like, I'm pretty sure like they let the Germans go through there to get up to Russia and do their stuff in Finland, and like they remain pretty fucking neutral in general.
So why do you think they want to join NATO now? You think they're really afraid of Russia? What's going on here? Is it economic pressure from Europe and the US?
Man, all I know is I don't know shit, but I don't know any time that anyone has ever gone down, looked at something, and come back up and been like, can't tell you what happened down there. And it was not something that didn't play into a narrative that supported either what they wanted or someone else wanted.
They finally buried Bin Laden, dude.
Maybe. That's a good one.
They got Hassan Piker to
Oh my god.
fly in a helicopter and watch the burial of Bin Laden, but he can't tell us.
God.
He can't tell us about it.
Wouldn't that be a riot?
Oof.
Man,
I mean, speak about riots. Yo, listen, I was wondering if the U.S. does something similar to the British. And I mean, even I feel like all across the world where if their leaders lose economic power, they basically have like a runoff election. Why don't we ever do that in the States? Like what's happening in the UK right now?
Well, in what sense? Right? Because in the UK,
Truss?
yeah, I mean, yeah, she's out. But that was I don't know that I've ever seen someone fuck up so royally, no pun intended, so quickly.
Are you blaming women for that?
Yeah, I was actually having a chat with someone the other day, and I was like, I am so glad she was not their first woman. So
no, who
glad
wasn't?
that
Hold on, don't say her name. Don't say her name. Oh man, this is silly. Was it Margaret Thatcher? No way.
I think so, buddy.
No, but who's the woman after that? Before Tony Blair or after Tony Blair, I think. I think it was after Tony Blair.
No, the short-haired lady.
Yeah, what's her name?
I can see her face with her like teeth in the short like I gave up on being hot haircut.
Wow, okay. So not the queen though. But oh man, are we really gonna blank our name?
Dude, we can figure this out.
Hold on. We're going live, deep dive. No cell phones. This podcast is brought to you by Alex Jones. Just kidding. It's a joke. Everything here is a joke.
Everything's a joke. Nothing is real. Theresa May.
Damn it! You looked it up.
Dude, I saw Thatcher on the screen.
You looked it up. You looked it up.
I might have looked it up. I might have looked it up a little bit.
Cheater.
But yeah, man.
Cheater.
I couldn't forget that lady's face. That's just like, I know I'm not.
I already forgot her name.
Get some new.
What's her name?
Theresa May.
Theresa May. Theresa May, you come over. Anyway, so what? How long she's been? She's been there for 43 days, you said?
I think she made it 44.
God bless.
She literally came in and promised everyone, I'm going to do this one thing. And everyone was like, do that thing. And then she fucked that thing up. And it wasn't even like I was having a conversation with someone else. I think it was yesterday. And they were like, but if she came out with all these plans, how in the world was she supposed to achieve them if they didn't give her any time? I was like, they did implement it and everything went to shit. And that's why she got the boot. Ugh. You ever seen her talk about opening pork markets?
No, but speaking of politicians talking, have you seen the woman who's running for governor of Arizona?
No, who's this?
Oh man, I do not know her name. She is the Democrat. She gets nervous on camera.
She's hot?
No. I mean, she's not anything. She's, a fine looking woman. She's just like deer in headlights on camera, like really awkward. Really, really awkward. Really awkward.
What's her name? Arizona gubernatorial candidate? Is that what we're looking at right now?
Yeah, she's running against, I believe, there's the other woman is a former newscaster, something along those lines.
What are their representative backgrounds? Are you talking about Katie Hobbs? Who is this?
Is she have blonde hair, like to her shoulder length? Glasses.
Whatever Democrat. Went on his dick. Let's look at images.
Speaking of dick.
Where are you going, boy?
Don't call me boy. Where did who was that congressional member who was smoking bongs while taking poos and was in
Anthony
like a throuple?
Weiner?
No, not Anthony Weiner. The female.
Oh, well, taking a poo. How do we know about that?
That's an assumption, but I think she was on the toilet and she took like a selfie.
I don't remember this.
But remember Al Franken? Al Franken like touching
the outside of a bulletproof vest?
Dude, I mean, of a sleeping woman, that's pretty intense.
Was she sleeping? I thought she was awake, and it was like a joke. And the woman was in on it, if I'm not mistaken.
The video, the picture I'm thinking of, I think she's sleeping, dude.
I thought it was like she was pretending to be sleeping for either way, it's a fucking bulletproof vest. It's not like you're making contact.
No way. Either way, that's sexual assault.
Yeah. Not an ideal thing. All I'm saying is people have stayed for far worse. Far, far worse.
I mean, just think about Al Franken. He's a public figure.
He's a comedian.
And in his mind, he's like, so is the savior of Ukraine. Great transition.
Great transition.
True. Adamir, Vladimir, whatever his name is. What's his name? Zelensky? Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Oof. What's more likely? A Netflix special or his assassination?
He's already got a Netflix special, so you lost that one.
Where's the Netflix special?
Dude, they did like some behind the scenes in Netflix on him. There's like a Netflix documentary on him already. The real one. Oh, wait. Before we change from like politicians doing like wild shit, did you see this dude who's running for like I want to say like state office in New York, who says he's a
Okay.
sex positive
Yep.
candidate, and released
Okay.
like a porno and said it was a part of his strategy, like a part of his political campaign.
I did see a headline on this.
Dude, this
It's a
is
great way to
wild.
start your OnlyFans campaign.
Dude, no one wants to watch this pudgy fuck do anything. But honestly,
You don't want to see
he
his
got
belly rub
he
around
got
and stuff?
everyone's attention.
Of course he did. It's almost genius.
Would you, if you had one floating around and you were getting like blackmailed by whomever you made it with, would you just put it on the hub yourself and call it a day? Just be like, yeah, it's out there. Can't blackmail me anymore. I'm going to say it was part of my campaign, even though I released it 6 months before I announced I was running.
No way. I'd let him release it. I might even acknowledge it's out there. It's just like
But you think
you're
the
probably gonna
burrito's
get
going to
laid
get you some
more.
more?
Yeah, for sure. But like, let them commit a crime. All right, big deal. You get to see me have sex.
The whole
You're lucky
world.
you got to see it for free. Yeah, you're lucky you got to see it for free.
Your mama's going to see your schmeckle just bopping
That's
around.
fine. Wiping my ass my whole life, so
Ain't nothing she hasn't seen before.
you know, it's like you get really deep right now. It's like my mom beat me so hard when I was younger.
And you liked it.
The black and blue marks across my face.
Now I can't come unless that's
Oh
right.
man, he took it straight that route. Okay, interesting.
Okay, back
Oh
to
man,
Zelensky.
yeah, Zelensky. I mean, I need you. Did you watch the HBO documentary on Iran?
I did not. Give me
Okay,
the cliff notes.
well, look, I wasn't that, familiar with the history of Iran
Oh, you
or the
mean that the
US
US fucked it
history.
up?
Yeah, I mean,
That
it
we put the
totally
motherfucker in
destroyed that.
power and then we're like, yo, we want the other
Yeah,
guy.
it's totally insane what happened. And,
Wait, just for context, just recount to me what you learned. What happened? What was the insanity?
well, after, we were puppeteering that state and basically pushed them to the brink where it made them overthrow their government, and then we're backing the coup d'etat
Look at you with the
just for
fancy word.
essentially oil or whatever you want to call it, whatever they wanted. Um, it's sad, and you we're not privy to really think about it that much, but when you think about it, it's really screwed up. And you see what's happening in Ukraine and Russia, and you have Americans saying, kill more Russians. And you're like, holy cow, their women are really hot. Do we really want to kill more Russians? Like, whoa. But, it's everyone wants it both ways. Putin is insane. He's insane. He's dying. But let's keep pushing him
Man,
to the brink. Let's keep pushing him to the brink.
I don't understand any of this tomfoolery, to be honest. I mean, I do understand the derivative arguments, but like from Putin's perspective, like, man, you have access to the best of everything in the entire planet. On the entire planet, excuse me. Like, I don't know. I think you gotta be like wired a certain kind of way to want to keep going. Like, he can have the best women, he can have the best food, he can have the best everything. Like, his
Yeah,
whole
but think of
world,
it that
everyone
way.
kowtows to him. Like,
Big deal. What is that when you have absolute power? And then top it all off, and that's why I brought up the Iran documentaries, because, okay, we've been basically propagandized for 2, 3, 4 decades to have a perception about Iran.
What do you mean? The same people who are like 50 to 70 to 80, 90 years old all remember this shit happening. They remember us putting the Ayatollah in power.
I said 30, 40. Yeah, but if you're under 40, you don't really remember this.
Man, people that are under
you don't remember this
30 don't know dick about dick.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, you don't know about this.
And I bet you they don't even know what Iran is. I think there's a contingency from like 30 to 40 that's just ignorant about the history. But below that, they don't know shit about shit.
But it's also not black and white. Like, do a majority of people who live in Crimea want to be a part of Russia? Who the hell knows? What are you going to read to make you believe that? Unless you go to Crimea, what are you going to believe? No, we're in now. You can't hear me. Come back. Will you come back? Hello. 1. Oh my God.
All right, we're back.
Water. You don't like water?
Not particularly. Not a big fan. Hold on. Before we jump into this, why is my thing moving so much faster than yours?
Yours isn't moving faster.
On my side, it's moving like 10 times faster than yours.
Well, you're just a faster guy.
I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Water.
Yeah, what are you drinking instead to hydrate?
Well, it's all based on water, but I think plain water is like the most boring thing that you can drink.
What are you drinking? You still haven't answered the question.
I like to put like a hint of something in it, right? So like I'll put some lemon juice in it. I'll put some lime juice in it. Okay. I'll mix like a bit of like processed juice or orange juice in it. So it's like basically diluted juice is what I enjoy, which sounds worse, but water's just the worst. The rest is just too much.
You drink warm milk too?
With hot chocolate in the winter.
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
Hardy hard.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Did you know that there's a warm milk drink, like a White Russian, but something about the milk is hot?
Would you kill a stranger to end world hunger?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. What are the ramifications?
Of what?
Like
you kill someone, you're not a hero. You're not a hero. You're going to jail.
Ah, fuck. But it ends all world hunger?
It ends all world hunger. And
how does it end world hunger? Because I feel like it's one of those things where we go to like World War III and everyone dies and now there's no more like world hunger. Is it just everyone is fed and happy?
Yeah, Kendall Jenner gives every kid in Rwanda a rice bag, and then for somehow just poof. Yeah, poof, and then everything. It's like green fields everywhere.
Man, corn. She did solve police brutality with that Pepsi. So there's always that. There's precedent for this happening.
She should do it again and do a little reboot. Do it in
real life. Yeah, why not? Next time.
How great would that be if Kendall Jenner walked into the middle of a Black Lives Matter rally with a Pepsi, and she's like getting shoved around, and she's like, she sticks her like scrawny little arm out, hands it to the cop, and then boom, a Pepsi hits her in the head and cracks her in the head. And she's a big girl, so she's like, she's stunned. She's not KO'd.
She's not going down.
No. And Devin Booker's in the background with some like Gucci glasses. He's wearing a bulletproof vest too. It's like Balenciaga bulletproof vest. It's like my girl.
Dude, I think the move is just next time shit breaks out, we send her in. Seems like the most logical thing to do.
Yeah, right, man. It's gonna be like Tiananmen Square all over, but this time it's gonna be Kendall Jenner. Gets hit with a Molotov.
You think it's like Tiananmen Square?
No, it's like Tiananmen. How do you say it? You know what? Listen. How do you say it?
You got it on the second.
What is it? Tiananmen?
Yeah, you got it. You're there. Yeah, that shit was a mess too.
You probably thought lockdowns were a good idea.
Man, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I know shit about shit about shit about shit. I know nothing. I decided. Although we do have one of them is
Get your booster. This podcast is sponsored by Pfizer. Don't get Modernas. And don't get J&J's.
Is that how we're doing it?
Unless you grew up in the projects.
Goddamn platform before we even start. That's like the one thing.
Why? Get your booster. Get your booster. I'm fourth. Okay. I'm fourth up.
Fourth. Who were the first three?
Pfizer. It's like people are gonna think I have a speech impediment, and I'm gonna be like, no, just go get your booster.
Oh my god. Yep. That is.
And then take Paxlovid after you get your booster to make sure.
What is the stance on the thing that everyone was mad at the
saying men shouldn't fight women in the UFC? No. Testosterone?
What was that thing? Everyone was mad at him for some drug.
Hydroxychloroquine?
Correct.
This podcast is brought to you by Pfizer. We're just kidding. No, we don't take hydroxychloroquine. That is what was the horse tranquilizer?
What? Was it that one or was it?
Now we're definitely getting banned by the algorithm.
I'm not endorsing one thing one way or the other. I am merely
except for
discussing.
Hillary Clinton in 2024.
Is that what you want now? You want?
That's the only thing. A little bit, or it's Michelle Obama or bust.
Is it her turn now?
If she wants to save the country.
Man, I don't understand how we elect people in this country. It makes no sense to me.
Makes perfect sense to me now.
Why? You think
it's
just
a popularity
because you were married
contest
to someone? Like, I don't understand anything.
No. See, you're making a massive mistake here.
Explain.
It doesn't matter how you leverage whatever. It doesn't matter how you gain your clout. Who is the biggest celebrity? Who is the biggest celebrity on the planet right now?
Probably Kim.
Okay. What did Kim Kardashian recently do business-wise?
No idea.
Okay, she started a venture capitalist. She started a venture capitalist firm. Okay.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I thought to myself, well, why the hell is this happening? And then I saw something interesting that said, basically every VC in the country is trying to recruit Kim Kardashian to be a partner in their VC endeavors.
Okay. I can see the logic behind this. I see where you're going. Continue.
And so basically, her, whatever, whether it was herself or whoever, her team, they were like, well, why wouldn't you just do this yourself? And obviously, her VC fund is going to probably be consumer focused.
Duh.
She's not going to be doing like SaaS
tell me she's not
software.
doing fintech or biotech, man? Why not?
I mean, she could. Anti-aging, why not? She's all about that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. All right, continue. Tell me what your conclusion is, and then tie it back to politics.
That there's only one way a third-party candidate can win is being backed by like super billionaires and it being like a celebrity.
I don't disagree with that thesis, but that is far from the thesis you were going for like 2.5 seconds ago. I mean, I see what you're saying on the VC side on sales, right? That shit makes sense. She is easily one of the most influential marketers on the planet, right? She says jump motherfuckers are like how high and how often.
I mean, Skims is like one of the hottest women's wear brands in the country right now.
I believe it. I don't really know, but I believe it, right? It's not an unbelievable statement.
I mean, and look at her ex-husband. Yeezy's like the hottest brand as well. It's like Balenciaga, maybe Supreme.
I mean, he does have how can you 120 million in his bank account, but he's worth 11 billion, according to the source. The source himself.
You don't think he's worth 11?
I'm just saying what he said. I didn't say.
What do you think? What do you think he's worth?
I
you think he's worth $1 billion?
Idea.
Do you think he's worth $1 billion?
I don't see. The thing is, if you own the right pieces of the right companies, it's easy to be worth a lot of money. So I don't not believe it. I think anyone who has achieved any like sizable success with a couple of easy
corporate lawyer answer. Wah, wah,
nope.
Wah. Yo, is he a billionaire? Yes or no?
I don't know, man. He's been hot for a long time. I think he could be.
Yes or no? Is he a billionaire?
I'm sticking with
yes
the could
or
be.
no?
I'm sticking with the
could be. It's not an option. It's not an option.
Where are you on it? Give me a firm answer.
I think yes, he's a billionaire.
Why?
He owns $1 billion company. Like Yeezy is $1 billion brand.
So he doesn't own 100% of that shit.
The brand, the rights to the brand, he probably does. The sales of the merchandise and that kind of stuff, no. I would assume not. That's where Adidas comes into play.
Adidas? Man, they have made some good pickups over time. Dude, you're tempting me with going down a rabbit hole I know you don't want to go down.
Dude, is Kim Kardashian attractive? I don't know.
That's actually an interesting question. Do you think she's redefined what it is to be attractive? Or do you think that she, in and of herself, is like quintessentially attractive?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to stay quote unquote good looking.
Yeah, but that way. I mean, like, look at the time in like the 90s and even early 2000s. Kim Kardashian's figure was not fucking remotely considered attractive in the mainstream, like at all. Dude, you had like your Marissa Millers, you had your Tyra Bankses, you had like your Megan Foxes, your Jessica Albas. Like, there was none of this big ass, big thighs, like huge fucking tits. Like, there was none of this shit. Like, I don't know how you can say that she grew like in the era in which she grew up. She was considered like
Dude,
primo attractive.
Well, I would say we're way more progressive now.
You think this is a function of being progressive?
Yeah, because I feel like it's almost like a form of like anti-urban, anti-hip-hop, anti-black. Like
What
why
the
there's
fuck are you talking about?
No curves, no anything. I mean, like think about it. You're like the only chick with curves like Tyra Banks.
What are you talking about? Marissa Miller had fucking huge tits, but she had a flat stomach.
Who
she
the hell
was
is
like tight.
Marissa Miller?
Look her up, man. She was a Victoria's Secret like supermodel. She was a Sports Illustrated model. Like her, Adriana Lima, Alessandra Ambrosio. I mean, well, both of them had small titties, but
yeah, but
those other two.
Again, I don't know who these people are. I mean, Adriana Lima, but all these people are foreign too, and I guess that's where I'm also.
Marissa Miller is Google Marissa Miller. She is like an all-American girl, like blonde from Southern California.
Mind you, I'm not saying America is bluntly racist. Like it was like totally, but like yeah, it was anti. Like, dude, in the '90s, hip hop was just really coming into its own. So why would you think like curves and bodacious asses and like?
But what does curves and bodacious have to be with?
Dude, that's
with
foreign.
Like the black
that's
community.
Foreign. That's foreign. And the closest.
Yeah, but even in Europe, man, like that shit wasn't. Like they like their little pencil skinny like bullshit like whatever. They like the same shit back then.
Most Americans never. Most Americans don't leave the country. Can we agree on that?
This is true. 100% agree.
So the foreignest thing they see, as bad as it sounds, is someone who just looks different and grew up in a different area. That's as foreign as the majority of Americans get. So I'm saying that beauty, that foreign beauty, like you can't even say exotic anymore. First of all, so like
why?
I
didn't know that was a bad word.
Yeah, you can't say exotic.
Why?
You can't because you just can't nowadays.
Hey baby, you're exotic as fuck.
Yeah, you can't. No way, you can't do that.
Why not? That seems like a reasonable thing to say. What if I'm gay and I'm talking to Timmy and I want to tell Timmy he's exotic as fuck?
I guess, listen, to your point, it's maybe not anti-black. It's like anti-cool. Because again, like when I think
so now black people are cool?
Yeah, I mean, again, like if you want to really push against this idea, like that these stiff Protestant Americans are like really cool, like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
you think it was just too much booty and they didn't know what to do with it and there was no porn, so they were like, what do I do with all this? And now that we have excessive amounts of porn, people are like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do with it.
I don't even know how we got to this point. But
neither do I. Kim Kardashian's booty uniting the world.
Hey, listen.
I ain't mad at it.
I mean, you don't think we're more progressive of a society? I'm not saying it's like for better or worse. I mean, but like in terms of sexually and like just like the way we just interact with people.
No way, man. Progressive. Dude, the Greeks, I mean, they used to do a bunch of things that like we would consider bad, which is like diddling little kids, but like they were way more like sexually liberated, like way back in the day than we are now. Actually, I would wager that most like like Judeo-Christian societies were probably more like sex obsessed than we are. I think there was definitely like an era of repression, and then we're on our way back. What'd you do?
Whoop whoop whoop.
You got someone?
Who knows? Oh no. Spread your shit.
No, man.
Did
they ever? All right. So they found that dude who did the thing in the New York subway, or no?
The pipe bomber of January 6th. They never did find that guy or girl.
No, not that motherfucker. The other dude. Remember, like last summer,
they found him at a
McDonald's.
They found him at a McDonald's.
That doesn't seem strange to you. He called the cops?
I believe he did, yeah. I believe he did.
Man, there's just a lot of shit that doesn't add up.
I mean, did they find the pipe bomber? He tried to kill the vice president of the United States.
Man, you
She
told me about
tried to
this
kill
story.
whoever it
I
is.
never, ever heard it before. Like, ever. Like, not even a little bit. I had no idea what you were talking about the first time you told me.
And
explain the story. Explain the story. Explain the story.
Someone left pipe bombs, allegedly, outside the DNC. And allegedly, the night before, January 6th, all honor to those who lost their lives, the police officers.
And then what? Like, how did they find it? Like, give more context.
I don't know how they found it, but allegedly our vice president like walked by it like 10, 15 yards. Allegedly. This is all allegedly. And for some reason, they still have not found this suspect. So
do they have video evidence? Is there like anything?
Of course they have video. They have video. They have everything, probably. They have everything but this person. What's going on? What's going on with that?
I don't understand how that could possibly be the case. But I guess most things go unsolved now. Isn't that the statistic? Like,
something percent
crime goes unsolved? I have no idea.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think it's like an inordinate amount.
Those are the facts.
Dude, I remember one time we were in Florida and someone like had their car broken into and they called the cops and the cops were like, yeah, we're not coming out for that. Like, it wasn't even like an unsolved crime. It was like a police were like, fuck you, we're not helping you crime.
Keep going.
What are you doing? Sucking dicks?
No, just keep going. Go. I'm enjoying this.
Nah, you're definitely over there sucking a dick. I feel you. I can hear you leaning out the window, smoking a J, and putting a dick in your mouth.
Oh, I wish. I wish that were the case.
It's okay. Do the things that make you happy. Day. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah. No.
Go ahead, pleasure yourself. It's fine. Just in the middle of having a conversation, it's okay. I'm not mad.
Oh my.
To each their own.
Let's circle back. Zelensky was definitely anti-rap in the 90s. Joe Biden, was he pro-rap? Who was more pro-rap in the 90s? Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's actually a very good question. Because you got Donnie T on like the Central Park 5 or whatever it was. But Joe Biden also did fuck an entire race of people with his crime bill. Like, Donald Trump fucked 5 people real bad, and Joe Biden fucked an entire nation real bad. So who
mandatory minimum?
Yeah, neither of these are good. But if I had to guess, I would say Donnie T.
I would definitely say Donnie T. I forgot who. Yeah.
I would say Donnie T more pro-rap than Joe Biden.
Who got more pussy?
Oh, definitely Donnie T.
You think?
I don't think Joe Biden's smooth.
You're nuts. You don't think Joe Biden? I mean, now we're seeing him in his worst state, but Joe Biden in his 30s and 40s.
Yeah, he wasn't
in the 70s and 80s.
He wasn't spending his money on literally promoting himself and making a brand out of himself. He didn't have his name on buildings. I bet you Donnie T just had to literally like point up.
Had them on Chinese contracts.
Whatever. You talk about the buildings, not the women. Correct?
I'm talking about never mind. Anyway.
He's not Robert Kraft, not going down to Miami to the little jerk shop.
I can't believe, where is the pipe bomber?
Dude.
Laugh it up.
Dude, you're so
we're gonna be beating radio sticks together to get radio signals to do this podcast in 2 years. Because Putin blew Greenland out of the sky.
What the fuck do you think a radio stick is?
It's a made-up thing. It's a made-up thing because people are going to forget everything because they're going to be wiped off the planet. You're going to be able to make things up. Like, there's going to be nothing, no law.
Dude, what are you talking about? That's the internet. You can make anything you want up now.
So why are you asking me what a radio stick is? Get in line, bitch. Get in line. Get in line. The fuck? I'm gonna beat you with that radio stick. Now it's a spear. Now it's a spear. And then I'm gonna eat your ass.
Oh, dude. Now you're coming to eat the booty?
Oh my.
Come on, man.
My God.
Now you're coming to eat the booty.
Did you see Stephen A. Smith? They asked him if he eats the booty.
No. What did he say?
He said no. But then they asked him if he gets his booty eaten.
No joke. He say?
He says no comment.
All right, so he likes to get the derriere tickled. Nothing wrong with that.
You think like he's on all fours at the edge of the bed? Or is he like... or is
just
he...
screaming? You know he can't say, like, express his pleasure, like, quietly. Like, literally.
Or is he like on his back at the edge of the bed, like holding his thighs up in the air?
Oh my God.
You know, jerking himself off. Is he married? Is he married?
I have no idea. But that
he was on Hannity like 2 weeks ago.
Talking about getting his booty eaten or talking about something else?
No, they were just... I saw the interview where... I saw it on Twitter, but... they're basically doing... they're just funny. They're people are surprised we're friends.
What, blacks and whites aren't supposed to be friends anymore?
Oh my God, it's always with race with you.
Nah, I'm just reading the tea leaves, boy. I'm just a black and a gray. That's it. Nothing more. Nothing less.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Stephen A. Smith getting his booty eaten. Unbelievable. That's
the clip.
Does Stephen A. Smith get his booty eaten? You can make it a poll.
We're gonna cut it, and that's just gonna be the 3 minutes out of the 45 we just did. We're gonna see.
I'm with it.
We're gonna see how that goes. Running through my head, running through my head.
Oh my God, dude. That is... Why do you keep disappearing? You disappeared again.
I don't know.
Did you think?
I'll stop
man?
it. Let me stop it.